Bus companies that run our buses have been instructed by TfL to make sure that no bus leaves a garage unless the air conditioning and the air coolant is working. Any bus driver that feels their bus is too hot, if they shouldn't be driving their buses, they will not be penalised for doing so. We've also said to the private bus companies that when it comes to the bus performance contracts, they've been suspended. So you'll not be penalised if your bus is delayed because a bus driver needs to take action to keep their bus safe, their passengers safe as well. We've also stopped using the dodgy buses bought by the previous mayor where the windows can open and the air conditioning work. On every bus, on both decks, there should be air coolant working. If they're not, those buses shouldn't be used.
So we obviously operate the largest integrated public transport authority in the world. We operate the oldest underground system in the world. Much of the infrastructure is over 100 years old, but more than 40% of our tube trains do have air conditioning. The next generation of tube trains, starting with the Piccadilly line, will have air conditioning, which will transform the customer experience. And of course the Elizabeth line and the Overground are 100% air conditioned, as will the new DLR trains. So there's significant investment being put in to improve air conditioning and cooling across the network, but also it's a very large network, it's very capital intensive, and it takes time to do that. So our advice is, obviously we've seen the advice, only travel if your journey is necessary, and please make sure you carry plenty of water, and if you do feel ill at any time, please get off at the next station, alert a member of staff who will give you whatever support you need. And obviously check before you travel, because these are extreme heat temperatures and we will have to put restrictions on some of our rail services, as National Rail are having to do as well. So do check before you travel.
Look, what we think is really important is at the design of any infrastructure, whether it's homes, whether it's a transport system, whatever, is that we can create the right level of shading. In homes, we've got passive housing model, where you can actually make sure that you're not having to retrospectively, have measures where, like for example, but if obviously you need air conditioning to keep cool, we're not against that. What we do want though is make sure that our homes are designed properly so that they're actually cooler in hot temperatures like this, but also warmer when it's really cold as well. So it's kind of like you're not having to cough out on lots of money on your energy costs because you have to power your air conditioning. But of course, if you need to use it, we've got a cool spaces map over hundreds of places where you can go and visit. If you Google cool spaces map, and you can go on there and you can find loads of places like community centres to keep cool during hot temperatures like this.
Well, developers can install, and they're encouraged to install air conditioning in homes and schools, in offices and so forth, as well as other additional measures as well. Bigger windows. Think about heat pumps that provide heat in the winter and coolness in the summer. Trees that provide shading. Water fountains outside a big development. Thinking about how buildings are designed. They've got to use every tool in their toolkit to make sure our buildings are fit not just for today, but tomorrow as well.